Live from the Cactus Creek at Ibri, he is the king of prime time, Ghana's undisputed entertainment laureate, and still the youngest old man in Ghana. Put your hands together, show some love for the indefatigable KSM.
The KSM Show.
Hello. You know, last week I told you we were going to talk about cancer. Yeah, I know. I told you the guy had cancer, right? And that's how I got this job. So I've got good news and I've got bad news. So the good news is KSM didn't die. Still alive! He's still alive and he's here with us. And the good news is, hey, I still get to be on the show. So, yeah, I mean, you guys know, I told you already, you know, KSM had cancer. He went away for a little bit. I came and stood in. And you know, like, I'm a pro, so I did my thing. But today, the man is back. KSM is a legend. I mean, you guys know what he did, right? I mean, like, he's like the king of stand-up. Maybe like Ghana stand-up crowd. Who was there? Who was there? Some people were there, but he's not the king. Ladies and gentlemen, let's introduce Mr. KSM to the show.
There we do it.
1, 2, 3. I'm
Woo! Thank you.
Sit. So, hold on. We'll go for a commercial break and we'll come back with plenty information. We'll be right back.
The KSM Show.
The year Africa stood united to boycott the Olympics. The Ghana Must Go year. The year our latest constitution was born. The year the Grandpapa brought us hip life music. The year Baby Jet gave us our first World Cup goal and dance. The year of the infamous handball. The year our economy shone. The year the blue bird landed in Ghana. And we have stood by you through it all. Vanguard Assurance since 1974.
The KSM Show.
We're back. We're going to discuss cancer. This man have you survived cancer or you still have cancer?
As we speak now.
Today that you are sitting here. Wow. So, you know, we want to go into it. I mean, cancer, there's plenty cancer. Which one did you get?
Well, what I had was prostate cancer.
Wow.
Prostate cancer, yeah.
That's like the most prevalent amongst men, isn't
Men.
it?
So men who are listening, Pacho, it is so important to do your checkups, man.
Okay.
Let me tell you something. There's this guy called Gideon Yirenshi.
Okay.
And he works with the American Rejuvenation Clinic, right? And I knew him because at one point he was working for the gym where I worked out, you know.
Okay.
So he moved from the gym to this place. So he called me and says, okay, so I'm now with the American Rejuvenation Center, and it's a place for men's health.
Okay.
So when you have time, pass by, let's do your check with you, Mate.
Yeah, break right.
Yeah,
Check out again. Go back.
Small die will die. And yeah, I said, okay, I'll be there. He called me 3 times.
Wow.
Oh, come and do your check. It's not, just come here. It's good to check up on things, you know. So one time I just said, okay,
see you.
see me. It wasn't about me.
Yeah.
So I went to this the place and I did my checkup, you know, and I came home, and then I think a few days later the results came, you know. And so Gideon called me and says, oh, the results have come, but the doctor wants to see me.
Wow.
It's not always the most
that's
comfortable
when
news
it's
to
not
hear.
nice to hear.
Yeah, wants to see me saying, is there a problem? He said, oh, no. He just wants to discuss, you know. And I said, but have you seen the results? He said, no. This was the PSA test that I went to do.
PSA stands for
prostate
what?
test, yeah.
Okay.
So he says, the doctor wants to see you. So, of course, I went back to see the doctor, and he was very doctoral, you know. No, nothing to fear. except that your prostate is enlarged.
Whoa.
But don't worry, this is something that all black men go through. If you are 50 going there, we are black men, chances are that your prostate can be enlarged. No big deal. Not only Ghanaian black men, the whole world.
The whole world.
So just assure me.
Is that supposed to say that white men don't get this?
No, I think it's really
More prevalent.
Yeah, more prevalent.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
So it just assured me that this thing happens to all black people. But then he said, I want to do further tests. Because the fact that it's enlarged doesn't mean anything, but it's only when we do a biopsy that we can find out whether there's something to worry about.
Okay. Okay.
I say, doctors only diplomatic.
I
So
think I said pain.
when they said, okay, let's set up a test, let's set up a time to come and do a biopsy,
Okay.
So he actually set up a time for me to do a biopsy. I said, okay, cool. But I was planning to visit my daughter in the US.
Okay.
So I just decided, okay, when I get to the US, then I'll do it there.
So you're a guy.
Man, you say, my too low. What kind of politicians want to be quiet? He tells our brother, yes, you're COVID. So when I went to the US, then
So you didn't even do the biopsy?
I didn't do the biopsy here.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
I just called my doc from USC there, Dr. Meng, and I said, well, my PSA is very high, and my doctor in Ghana was concerned.
Okay.
And he actually prescribed that I do a biopsy. So is that something you think I can do here while I'm here? So it's the first come and let's do a retest of the PSA.
Okay.
So I did one again, and the results were equally alarming. He thought it was a bit too large.
Okay.
So he said, the doctor is right. The numbers are not that encouraging. So what we need to do is to do the biopsy. So if we can set up a biopsy for me in the US, then I can go through the biopsy. So they set it up, and I went for the biopsy. Now, the results, it
Forever
came,
and ever.
Oh.
That America.
Hey,
that's all here.
it took about 10 days,
Okay.
for the biopsy results to come. And in America, everything was,
No.
they said digital.
COVID
So
and everything.
they said they want to do a video conference with me
Okay.
to let me know the results. I shouldn't even come to the hospital. If you are now, we just linked up through Zoom. I saw the doctor and his team, and we started talking. And we discovered that this and the TD and they were coming. At the end of the day, they said they have spotted cancer.
Wow. So how did that feel like?
How did that feel?
I mean, at that point, hearing
I
that.
can't say it on there. I was like, oh. I can't say it on there.
Wow.
Like, really? All this time I was hoping that, results, but then it was just
BBN,
enlarged, but there's nothing. I was really confident because you know me. I work out so hard.
Exactly.
And gym, Legon, we say, I felt fit. And so,
Oh my goodness.
but it came back and said, yeah, you do have cancer.
Wow.
Talked about so many things, And so they were going to do another test to see whether the cancer has spread.
Yes, it doesn't
Because
get any easier.
that would determine whether I should do radiation or just surgery,
Okay.
you
Okay.
know. And so they were going to test. So they did some more tests. That I went for a bone scan,
Okay.
and
Which bone? Your back?
the whole bone, the whole bone of the human body.
Is that-
Yes, candy baby.
Wow.
So I did a bone scan, and luckily, the bone scan came and there was no
There's nothing.
cancer in any of the bones or
okay.
anything. You also okay. The bone has cleared now. I can PET scan. Any PET scan
Catch him.
to see
Catch
whether
him. Catch him.
Catch 'em. To see whether it had gone to other parts, maybe the
Okay.
kidney, the liver,
All
the
right,
something.
Spread anywhere.
Spread anywhere. They did the PET scan. Fortunately, it has not spread there yet.
It came out clean.
So they identified that the whole thing was with the prostate.
Okay.
And luckily, they say the detection is early enough. Memai, Mutio, this is what I want you to hear. They say the detection is early enough. So even with the early enough, they told me I have 6 months.
Wow.
Yeah, to do surgery.
So after 6, it may spread.
After 6 months, they may go berserk.
Hey.
Cancer so needs to be
Oh,
but I know spread the
Osimidi, I know. Wow.
So he said if I can do it within 6 months, you know, because it's been spotted early, you know.
Okay.
So yeah, I actually came back, you know.
So then you didn't even need radiation. So now you need surgery.
No. Thank God, I didn't need radiation. With the radiation, they said it was somewhere 18 months to 2 years of constantly going in and out.
Goodness.
You know, so I didn't need radiation. What they had to do was do a surgery and take out the whole, should I say, damn prostate.
Oh, oh my God.
I said, really? So I can exist without the prostate? I said, oh yeah. I said, sure.
Really?
You know.
So okay, so does it mean that after a certain age, you know, because you know some women actually go take out their breast even without
Yes.
having it.
Yeah.
So does it mean you can actually go take out your prostate? Let's say I'm 50. I'm like, you know what? I don't need this.
No.
anymore.
You don't. Unless there's a problem
until
with
there's
it.
a problem. Okay.
Unless
okay.
there's some specific problem with it, you just don't go and say, oh, munyi mami na mi. Yeah, because it has its own, you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, the choice was decision was to take out the prostate, and so that, you know.
So what duration between the time of Gideon?
Oh, Gideon called me.
Stressing you.
Yeah,
when
Gideon
you
called me.
actually
I went
found
to the
out.
rejuvenation center. Maybe I delayed for about 3 weeks and then went.
Oh, okay.
You know, but once I set up the appointment to go and do my biopsy, that was the time that I skipped town. You know, so I went there
You went there.
to do it, and everything that they said was in sync with what the doctor said in the US. Said,
The one here.
yeah, you need the biopsy. You know, and the biopsy came up with that result that I need to do. Otherwise, you know, the cancer will grow.
So they're saying that most black men have it. Sometimes they say cancer is a genetic or
Yeah.
hereditary.
Yeah.
And you know my father had it.
Yeah.
In fact, that's what took him away.
And that's what scared the doctors, you know, because in the US, they are very, very, very concerned about the family history,
okay.
you know.
Okay.
So when we're talking about the PSA and everything, that's, by the way, is anybody in your family, your father, great-grandfather, whatever, have this thing? And I said, yeah, incidentally, my eldest brother had it. Of course, he was late detection. So he passed, and it was from prostate cancer. So that sort of raised some alarm bells.
Okay.
You know, that if it's taking your eldest brother, then chances are
Chances
that
are
you
high
must
with
be
you.
very, very, very careful,
Okay.
you know.
So the reason I'm asking, so is it more, should we be concerned about the random that almost every black man, or the fact that it could be in the family? When should one be concerned, or just
I think you
any
should be
time?
concerned, period, that has it been enlarged. But you shouldn't be worried, because
Once you detect it.
yeah, because the fact that your prostate is enlarged does not mean you have cancer.
Oh.
There are many, many, many people who have enlarged prostates, as who are listening to me now. They are enlarged,
They're
but they do
enlarged.
not
There's
have
nothing wrong with
cancer.
them.
But once cancer has been detected in your family, then pay particular attention.
Okay.
You know, then pay particular attention. But please, this is what I'm saying. You, me can't say ubia unya enlarged prostates or cancer. No.
Yeah, but you're saying that is
But
likely that
yeah,
you
it's
have,
likely.
It's enlarged.
It could be, because even the doctor told me that it's likely that it's nothing. It's just grown large, and we'll know what to do. But to be on the safer side, let's make sure we can rule out cancer.
So if it's enlarged and there's no cancer, they just leave it.
If it's
Wow.
enlarged, there's no cancer.
Yeah.
Well, I guess they can give you some medication
Something
to
to
treat,
shrink
you know,
it.
because an enlarged prostate also goes with constant urination.
Oh.
But you saw. Oh, what do you mean?
It's like something is sitting on your bladder. Like you're pregnant.
Your prostate is sitting on your bladder, not something. Prostate, no, it's the bladder, no, so sir.
Johnson Kwan.
What you say? You know, many men just go through it. Say, oh, that's it. Say my opinion. So I just pee constantly, you know. And that is also very, very true. That it's something that happens.
Because if Obi were diabetes, they may say, oh,
Yes.
it's probably the diabetes.
Yes. So I guess your best way of finding out is do a checkup. You know, it doesn't spoil anything to check when it says, oh.
So when is best? What best age? 40, 50 to start checking?
Well, the doctor, I'm going to invite the doctor on the show, you know,
Okay.
so that he can really
can
give
tell us.
good, sound medical advice, you know. Me, I'm just talking from a layman's point of view. And I think that if you're a man, especially start checking when you're 40 plus.
Okay.
You know,
Okay.
just check whether after 40
After
plus,
40.
you know, it could be enlarged and it's just enlarged. It is not cancerous.
Renal.
But when it's cancer and they spot it early, there's a chance, you know. I mean, thankfully they spotted mine early, you know. So
Made it. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, they spotted mine early. So that's the key thing, you know.
Okay.
Listen, for all you men, I want you to call this number right now. This is the number to the American Rejuvenation Clinic where they discovered my name, you know. In SMP, you know. Here's the number: 0244 973 874. So that's the number to call. And please go and do a checkup. You never know. You could be 100% fit, or there could be an early detection of something you can fix. And let me say this, just so I don't forget. Folks, there's a difference between being fit and being healthy. Difference one more.
Chairman. Uko chana abroche. And I know him that.
Before women let me who here. You know, being fit, I was very fit too. I mean, I can go and run now 4K, 5K, and
Right.
and I'm okay. My heart is good, my blood, everything is
Yeah,
fine. It's me, you're fit.
Okay.
But I wasn't healthy because inside me, I was growing cancer cells in the prostate. What
So you would have thought, oh, me okay, and
yeah, and that's what happened. So, knock on wood, Kabibia by Nami we are. Oh, KSM. Yes. And the PBM who no legon.
And your grandmother say, who am I?
Oh, neither she
I'm waiting party pack. I'm waiting party pack. I quit by Busiam. I'll be at it.
Never found a court. I think I don't know. So that was the whole thing.
God.
You know, I was very, very fit. But I'm healthy. Oh, it me go through and I'm saying, so all the time I thought I was healthy. No, I was just a fit person. You know,
Okay,
yeah,
that makes sense.
That's why sometimes you see very, very fit person who call gym. No, no, you say, but see, not healthy. There was something there.
Something there that was
And
not
call a
detected.
checkup and maybe they would have known. I'm a typical example. Nobody would have known anything. Just complete shock.
Manya kapapa o.
Sure.
Kebi ko America dey dey be share no. And why is it any? Who are you going to blame?
You are going to blame.
Oh
you know.
my goodness.
So, folks, there's a difference between being fit and being healthy.
Healthy.
You can be fit, you're doing exercises and everything, great. But just do your checkups to know that, you know, nothing is wrong.
Okay.
You know. So that's what I want to share. And because my detection came from the American Rejuvenation Center, Memo Progon Kakra, Gideon Richie, and Dr. Amekbo. I'll have you on the show here to give a more detailed explanation to the man present. So I don't want anybody panicking. So I pee in the night. So no, please don't panic. Don't
just
panic.
saying that as a symptom.
It's just a
In case
symptom.
when you be-
Go for the test.
Yeah.
You know. So and the rest is history.
So the process to now actually taking it out.
Yeah.
What was it? What was this like?
It's amazing, oh, Charlie. The U.S. healthcare system, Charlie. So I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's not the answer.
The whole thing, I went through a non-invasive surgery.
Oh, okay.
So they actually use robots. I can't explain it much. Maybe when the doctor comes, you know. So yeah, they gave me 3 incisions here, 1, 2, and 3 in the middle, and I think maybe some small ones here. Just some incisions on the stomach.
Hey.
Let me say, you operation. When in operation, yes, surgery. Operation.
It is surgery, pa.
Surgery. You know, tell me yes, incisions. No, evidently, I don't see what is going on. But then they're going through with a robotic arm or whatever, and whatever they identify the prostate and do everything they have to do, and then take out the whole thing. I mean, they've been in processing. It was a 3-hour process, so whatever it is, it wasn't like a walk in the park. You know,
3 hours.
3 hours.
Okay.
You know,
But
check this out. After 3 hours, then you know, the anesthesia is wearing off. So I started to see, hey, wow, so now it's done. And the best part of that thing, I think that's the best part in life, because you're sort of high from the anesthesia. You don't feel any pain, and you know that they've taken it out.
Yes, I did.
Oh, yeah. I think when you're wheeled to the ward, and a few hours later, the anesthesia is wearing off. Pain is what?
Oh, no, who said? Yes, back to reality.
Back to reality.
Wow.
You know, so yeah, that was very, very, very painful part. But you know, luckily they give you medication and pain medication to control. You know, and when they wheeled me in on that Friday, I think they finished the procedure. I went in around morning time, maybe 7ish. So when the procedure was done, and I was wheeled back to the ward, can you believe that that day they insist I take a walk?
Wow.
Yes. The nurse came to me and says, we have to take you out for a short walk just around here. I said, I'm in pain. He said, yeah, but this is the best. This is when
you have to walk.
Yeah, because when you lie down, it's just going to get worse.
Wow.
So they had me walking around in pain.
So, Uncle, what's on it here? Did you try, man?
I know. That's what
so
my wife said.
why appreciating the kakra?
Oh, that's what my wife said also. Now when now swing.
What did you say? In Ketwami answer. Yeah, puni na. Why be say Nancy?
Because man, that's what they go through all the time. See, really?
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, my kwabo, you know.
Then I ask you.
I have to say a big, big, big thank you to my wife. Yeah. Charlie, the surgery was one thing, you know, but the aftercare is another. The recovery process. And I'm telling you, I can't begin to thank her enough what she had to go through in my show some love, man.
One voice.
So
really, I can imagine.
To my dear wife and to your auntie, I just say
my mother.
Big thank your mother.
Hey.
Your mother, Makani. Yay! Makani cry. Mommy.
Hey, auntie, baby.
Mati. Mommy.
Oh yeah, dear. Because I can imagine there's no help.
No.
The
match had me koi, every single day.
Wow.
During the recovery process. That's under me by.
Auntie Mary. Hey dear. No of us saw that. Anyway, let's go for a commercial break.
Yes,
when we come back, we talk more about cancer, and then we'll talk about KSM Small. Be right back. You still have not been on Passion Air. Really? It's been like, what, 3-4 weeks running. If you haven't been, please, you should, like I say, fly passionately on Passion Air. For all your flights to Kumasi, Takoradi, and Tamale, they've increased their daily flights. How easy is that? And you know what about something about Passion Air? They are always on time. Vanguard Assurance has a package called Home Prehensive. What are they doing? You insure your home and your car together. You have a house, you have a car. Why insure one and leave the other? I mean, obviously, if you lose your house, it's more painful. So why insuring the car and leaving the house?
You can enjoy your coffee at home and in your car. So, why insure just your car? Introducing Home Prehensive, a single insurance policy for both your car and home. Get Home Prehensive from Vanguard, because when it comes to insuring your car and home, for boom preko.
The KSM Show.
We're back. Why? We are not. What do you go for your brain? So do I Porsche. But what I also want to talk about is, the recovery process. Because you left somewhere mid-January and you're here already.
Yeah.
Blowing your horn plenty.
Plenty. The surgery was on the 28th of January. That's when the surgery was, And I went home like on the next day was the 29th. I went home on the 29th.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I just got into the recovery mood since the 29th. But let me say this too, to encourage those of you who work out. Say me come up because oh yeah, but no, the doctors told me that whatever work that I'm doing, I should never stop because it bore me because my vital signs were always good. You know, so it did play a role. You know, so I don't want because I said that I'm fit but not healthy just to decide say oh yeah, you know, no. The doctors told me, oh, your organs, your vital signs were always very good throughout the whole thing. So I am not surprised that perhaps even the recovery rate was aided by this constant workout that I do and things, you know.
It paid off actually.
I think so. I think it's paid off, you know.
Okay.
Because the rate of recovery even alarmed me. Because I went home.
Because I think the very next day or something, you sent them like, oh,
yeah,
I'm back. Like,
yeah.
You see phones that time. Oh no, baby.
We see me show, but I didn't share.
Yeah, exactly. Hey. Oh, query phone is any message.
Eh, that time na me hane me yam sra me wu. It is me nkwohwe kra ya be kume. It me hwe. Am pass me kwhwe ka ye kume. You know. So yeah, you know, the recovery was really decent, you know.
But I'm comparatively, I don't know, maybe you spoke to somebody here. Is it the same recovery process here and there?
No, it's much longer in Ghana, even if you're the most fit, you know, because I guess even the surgery is different. You don't do the robotic thing here. They really do split you open. So you can't get up and go on exercise, you know, that afternoon. You know. So I think, you know, let me just try a bit, you know, when people are talking about fix the country, you know, to me, that's all it's about too. Let's also equip ourselves with modern technology so that we can do what is done, you know, what I experienced, you know. I mean, if a politician has prostate cancer like me and they have to do surgery, I'm sure they can get on the plane and go to one of the best hospitals and get it done.
But the average Ghanaian doesn't
why
have
can't
that
we
luxury.
look at the medical center at Legon, UGMC? I'm sure we can now equip it with a robotic center. Because the hospital I went, there was a doctor there from Ghana. But no honoti. You know, so it's just like bringing our doctors, and I'm sure some do it already anyway. I know this doctor, what I'm talking about, I hear he travels to the UK occasionally, and he does it. So it's not something I just say.
So they can do it, but the equipment is not here.
We don't have the equipment. We don't. Can beat me here. Hey, take care of the country. It's nothing personal. Yes, so you get to the stage where we can get some of these equipment that people can access. You know. I mean, I thank God said nah, I could afford to go and everything.
But
and you'll be you know. That's all I want to say about that. Say, we need to, Charlie. And one thing too, folks, the nurses.
Sir?
Yeah, ready. And what struck me, say, KSM, they don't know me. You're a patient. Me as a patient. The treatment. Oh, hi, Kwaku. Kwaku. Oh, Dr. Mang is taking care of you. He's one of our best. He's going to get it done. Don't worry, you're in safe hands.
No, cry
him. No chance to cry. Well, and that's why I bet you cry. Not all nurses do that.
Not to catch you, but emergency ward. Yeah, the patients be a car, but Akwe na ya chia no da ho kem. Oh, now ready becha. Oh, yeah. Really? I manifested because the command on the yamna. Oh, yeah.
No, it's sad. You can't yesterday, but it's sad because I got my healing at the ward, waiting to be wheeled into the emergency. When I'm start here. Oh, Dr. Meng, you're in good hands. Trust me, if you ever have to have surgery, God forbid you don't, but if you have to, I'm sure you're going to come back to this hospital.
So by Dr. Man, you're average.
Oh!
So you the best shoot.
I'm sure every doctor be obey or brave.
Yes,
we're lucky. But this is all part of the healing process.
Exactly.
Every single round of them was so nice. Nice. And I say, and you say, be who cares? We just have that black patient. That's all I was. You know, but as a patient, I'm treating ye. No, be about, I'm so sorry. I have to apologize. Or is this going to hurt a bit? Just for a quick second, it's going to hurt one more bit. No, they're woo. That's all. Oh, yeah, grow. Why can't we do this? We can.
And so we do it.
Yes, there was one Ghanaian nurse that I met at the hospital. She was so great. So great. If you Ghana, no about bam me.
Oh.
Was a COVID no COVID case and me hug me. You know, but I mean, so that's the difference is like night and day, man. They are nice. They know that the treatment has to begin.
Exactly.
Into a shower, no treatment has started already. No crow. You know. Thank you. Thank you. And thank you too. Because ya hold for now me pa. You see on me chili, tell me chili no. Munya humi, muka sama ba.
So now that you're here,
That my director said, so shut up, you have been fired. And I'm that's what it. And I comments and be that's it.
fire under fire at you.
Me that's it. And I comments. Me bunny ding and I'm one in the moment. No matter what I say, not 5 years.
I'm not your boss. I'm the boss.
Yes.
And that's a mommy.
Yes.
Yo, take you over, Grant.
Why are they? Because, you know, yeah, show some love, man. Show some love, you know. Because even in Panama, but I've seen everything you have done. Watching, you know. Yeah.
Coming from you, the not just
and occasionally, when you allow me, my baby show back be number and what discuss it. Weekend in my case, maybe Jakura. Akra abo mama be jiji me na me ko me hobia
Debbie how you say you ready
you know
sure ko yin
ai yeah hana clapping anyway
I'm sure you know they've done KSM profiles kofu ati baby muzuti yache
oh
they in a kofa concert in abai
concert that's all you me
me ya free papa oh no pass the free
papa.
So last week this guy was talking to me and he said, oh, so your grandfather was a moderator. I said, yes. See, also nobody took after him. Like, who took after him, saying, says, oh, but no, you're software, Nema no be in this software. I said, David, you know, you know, no be, I know. I said, David, software, you know. I was software, you said that, yeah, you. But what he actually did is what everybody's doing.
Yeah.
And he didn't get it.
Yes.
What did your father do? You knew your father. I only saw him, I remember I called him old lady. That's all I remember. I remember I met him once in Chebi. He came took me from the car. That's a very vague memory.
Yeah.
But that's the only time I remember seeing him. What was he like? That now everybody has become a concert person.
I guess that artistic gene came from him.
Okay.
You know, he tells us that when he was a little kid, he used to stand on a tabletop in school over Musu and recite "Friends, Romans, countrymen." I've come to bury. So it just gave us the impression that artistic streak, he must have had it. And it was very, very funny.
Okay.
One thing I know was that when he was preaching, the place was packed to the brim. It was so positive. Says, "Oh, bo."
Is that?
It's a concert, no, you know. Not so sorry, but concert. I mean, he was very funny. His sense of humor was spectacular. You know, he would tell biblical stories that we've all heard, but when Kojo Misa tells it, you sit up, and he makes it applicable to you. So he had that streak. Very, very good communicator. Extremely broad sense of humor. He was very, very funny. Okay. So I think in a way we all that line.
Everybody picked
and I was aquaphobia.
No, but seriously. I mean, think KSM is funny. You think I'm funny? You should meet my auntie called Auntie Ekuya. Oh my goodness. Then I have another cousin in London. Mami Fosia.
Yeah.
And even the chief.
Ansakwa, Nanansa,
Yeah.
yes.
Some of my scripts that I do on TikTok, he writes it.
He
for
writes
me.
it. You
Yeah.
see, it's in the blood.
No.
It's in the blood.
But it's very dominant, really.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
because it runs through everywhere, everybody, even my little nephews, you know, all of them.
Yeah.
My father used to say that we have more centimisa for imaginary fiction. Spare the moment somebody can just come up with something. And,
yeah.
But it's been amazing.
He himself was a cartoonist when he was in Legon,
Yes.
you know.
Yes.
Was it cartoons and things like that? So
And I didn't
it's-
even know he could actually draw until
Yeah.
later.
Yeah.
So that's why, you know, so some of them draw, you know, and they get, I'm like, wow.
So it's a trick that has come from the
Where-
man.
but your father's father was a fetish priest.
My father's father was a fetish priest, completely convo.
And his son was
And
a
let me tell you the
Presbyterian
amazing thing.
moderator.
Once back in the day, they had something called agumawu. When you have a
didn't know
child and you lose your child, ogubanuwewu. You know, that's what they used to call back in the day, agumawu.
Oh,
Mami oya
Awumewu.
agumawu,
Okay,
ogubanuwewu.
I had a child that died.
Yes, you know. Evidently, my father's mother, Enima, whom you were named after,
Yeah.
no, agumawu. His children were dying.
Okay.
So his first child he got was my father. And that because his father, that Sintim, who was a fetish priest,
A fetish priest.
allegedly consulted the occults. Until,
Wow.
when my father was born, he had a friend of Bosumba.
Hey.
Yeah, so he was telling us that when he was a kid, he actually had the dress. You know, the Bosumba, you see, they don't allow them
Yeah.
to wear that. Yeah, my father was wearing dress and that kind of, when as a child, because now you're Bosumba.
Busumba.
And he grew up to be the head of the Presbyterian Church of Ghana. So I think that alone, it's a mystery that I have to do a film about. Yeah.
Yeah, because I think I heard it and I think,
Yeah.
I don't know, what my brothers used to joke that, you know, when your father was in a car and, you know, there's anything, he'd be like, hey, come for Joe, Jimmy. He say, now, who friend yame? Who from? Who friend go Joe for Joe? Who from, Papa?
Come on, Joe. He trusted in the man, you know.
Wow.
So that's the story. My father is allegedly a Bosumba, like he was giving to my grandmother
By
Tenima,
God.
by Obosum. And he grew up to be the most successful
I
Presbyterian
know,
Church
right?
moderator to date. Me can't be brain paper, my
Oh, that's it. That's it. No, but I think it's even amazing, you know, that, you know, obviously the church doesn't believe in this thing. But somebody was able to grow up,
Yeah.
become your leader,
Yeah.
did so well at
Yeah,
it, you know.
Yeah. So I don't think it's surprising that he introduced African drumming in the Presbyterian Church. Because my father said, come on, man. Edieng.
Me and Zakakra.
So he introduced drumming, African drumming, in the Presbyterian Church of Ghana.
Wow.
And not only that, he was the first one who ordained a woman as a minister. You know, they weren't allowing women. But he did. You know. So he was a revolutionary man.
He was indeed.
Very, very, very.
He
Yeah.
was indeed. I saw him small, pe.
And
All
that
I
was-
remember was that I called him old lady.
Oh, no, he was calling you already.
That's what I called him. Old lady. And he also called me the same.
Say your name,
So,
mommy.
growing up, I'm like, why did I call the man old lady? It didn't even click. So my mom said, oh, never know.
Yeah,
Oh,
never know.
okay. I don't know. Maybe that combination is, it's just concept.
Yeah.
Combination is concept.
Nah.
Fetish priest and moderator.
Busumba could moderator. They say, no,
I don't put me a brother. I guess that's where it comes from. But it's interesting though. It's interesting though, because you would think that it was soft stand up there. And then I see as you know, like some people say I'm not very serious.
Yes.
Do you understand?
Yeah,
It's amazing though. You do stand up again.
At Cactus Creek. Right now, Cactus Creek, I'm going to be like the resident. It's my residence. You know, I have a show that I want to do. I have so many shows,
That
but
you
I
want to
think
do.
it is going to be at Cactus Creek. It will be
Okay.
advertised that the show is coming on at Cactus Creek, you know. Now that, you know, there are all these young, vibrant ones, you
Exactly,
know.
exactly.
DKB, OB,
Plenty.
Foster,
Lexi.
plenty,
Yeah.
Lexus. Fantastic people. Fantastic. And it's their time.
Yeah.
In Charlie, it's their time in their age, you know.
Oh,
upon the room. Wonderful. You know, but occasionally I have an urge to do something quiet but funny and still intriguing and everything. But I do it on my small stage at Cactus Creek. I've done a couple there, and people came from Accra to see the show. It was fantastic.
Anyway, KSM, Hannah see him.
Hannah see uncle.
Should we close?
I'll see him closer and closer.
Hey,
before I say, yeah.
Pasha, we are out of here. They will free.
Oh, number bay. I saw your chairman say yes. What's your year?
But they have any slang, so.
You know, slang. Who's all the queens? Who can say the queen cried the ain't would they already be a
queen? Don't me mayor's house.
It's our
No, hey, queen.
No bad in bay.
Oh, no, dear.
Put in bed,
hey, only a before. Ladies and gentlemen, we are out here.